you just took me back, man. Like one of my biggest memories was like the inside, the Sports Illustrated kids, right? Like remember they had the posters and shit, the pull out posters, and I had a bunch of them. Me and my nephew who grew up like brothers. Like one time we got in a fight, and you know they would never like he my nephews would never like disrespect me like that, even though we were like almost the same age. But one time he got like hella pissed and he grabbed my fucking posters off the wall and he ripped those shits. And I remember just being like, so I was about to kill this fool, you know, like it was like we're like 10 or 9 or whatever, and I'm about to kill him. These are like my prized possessions, you know. Maybe it's because I grew up working poor, you know, but like these are things that were really special to me. And I don't see like a lot of special shit. Everything is so fleeting and ephemeral in this moment, right? Which makes sense why the gambling also is so addictive, because it's fleeting and ephemeral. You can bet on the next pitch, you could bet on the next quarter. I mean, you could bet live on the quarters, right? Like the over under again, right? Like, I mean, I'm bullshitting about all that. Like, please don't gamble. That shit is a terrible way to live your life. But like, it is exciting, but like it's also so temporary, right? Like, and so there's that part that again, you know, like when I think about myself as an organizer, how do you sustain people's momentum? How do you sustain like and invite young people's momentum into something when it's like they can lock in for 5 minutes? And it's not just young people, it's all of us, right? Like you could lock in for 5 minutes, you know, like you could lock in for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but that shit is gonna pass. And it just intensifies the way that like, you know, like the governmentality of it all, right? Like it just indoctrinates us to this new speed, right? This new intensity where you're trying to like, I gotta grab you and I gotta keep you for, but know that I have to re-grab you because you're gonna squirm away, you know. And I didn't have that before, you know. I didn't need to know how fucked up Brett Favre was. You know what I'm saying? Like Brett Favre was just a country boy in 1996 when I'm in the hood in South Central, and like he got a draw and he's just white trash and he's poor like me. But now it's like I know way too much about Brett Favre. You know what I mean? Like way too much about Brett Favre. You know all those different things, and you know I like those documentaries, but because I'm an old man now, if you would have shown like all that information to 13-year-old me, you know, and I would have been into it, it would have ruined so much for me. So again, right, like that cynicism is also like a sign of the times, right? Like you want to be cynical, you want everyone not to lose hope, you know. And I don't mean that shit in a cultural studies way. I don't mean that shit in that fake, faux, fucking, you know, make mountains out of molehill shit. But like hope as a praxis, right? Like for reals. Like, and again, I know there's problematics or like shortcomings in understanding that, but like it's hard to maintain and walk with a dignified sense of hope in a culture that is just perpetually like hurry the fuck up, you know, like hurry the fuck up. I need my next hit. My life fucking sucks. I don't even have homies no more. Like people that live like that, you know. And so in every aspect of our life, right, our hope is getting killed by the speed of capital and the access they have to engineer things that make us lose a sense of sustainability, like to be able to sustain attention, investment in human stories, in humane stories, right? Like, I mean, it's fucked up to say, right? Like to me, like to think, I think about this shit in terms of the genocide, right? It's the dreariness of the genocide that has invited people to come in, and the sustainability of like how violent it is over time, right? Like I imagine that that's what's kept people's attention who had never been able to pay attention. But if you talk about Palestinians growing plants amidst the rubble, people ain't trying to see that shit but for like a 1 minute TikTok. And that's what's going to rebuild the spirit of them people, you know, because that's what rebuilds that kind of knowledge, and those kind of practices are the things that are going to maintain people over time, and that shit is hard to sustain. So I don't know if any of that shit makes sense, but it's something that I think about often, you know, like being an organizer and doing the stuff that we do. Like I'm amazed when we get to have continuous investment from people in things that you think that they wouldn't. Little kids coming to like fly kites and shit in the garden in the hood, you know, like, and still like find joy in that and then want that again, right? Like, because there's so much that can take them away, you know? So.